I told you no cell phones! Oh, hi. This is Mr. Milk. This is my personal financial responsibility class, and you're watching Warrior TV News!
Good afternoon, Warriors. I'm Libby.
And I'm Allison, and you're watching a feature edition of Warrior TV News.
First, Lochlin Peters and Callie Watts go to Mr. Zobel to get his insight on the year so far.
Next up, we have Camron, Ciampa, and Victoria Petriskey getting a head start on how the track season will turn out this year. Remember, Warriors, Riley Dance Marathon is Friday, April 13th. It's for the kids.
Mr. Zobel has been the principal of WCHS for 5 years. Lochlin Peters and Callie Watts get a closer look on how his position works.
These past 5 years at WCHS have been ones of major change and progression, a lot of which wouldn't have been possible without the school's principal, Mr. Zobel. Warrior TV takes a look at the role and impact that he's had on the staff and students of the building.
I've worked in a couple different schools as an administrator, and one of the things that I liked about possibly coming to Whiteland was working with someone like Mr. Zobel, who's had a lot of experience and someone that I could learn from. The fact that we can work well together and help out students in this building and in the community is one of the best things about Mr. Zobel. We're able to sit down and collaborate, and he's able to do that with us and bring us in and take our opinions and what we think, and we roll with it. And then also to work with staff. I mean, he's learned that from so many different places he's been and done it well, that he's had the opportunity to continue to do that here and entrust us to do that with him.
We had 5 different principals in 5 consecutive years. If you were a senior at Whiteland Community High School in that 5-year span, every year of your high school experience, you had a different principal for that school year. Mr. Zobel, here being his 5th year, we're now talking about the opposite. We're talking about students who've had the same principal for 5 consecutive years, and that's all that they've known. And stability, I think it's underappreciated, because what that allows for us to do is that gives us security as a building. Okay, we know who our leader is, we know what our initiatives are, we know that what we're working towards, and we know that we're going to pick up where we left off when we start the next school year. I think that is very important.
Whiteland's always been a community that's intrigued me. It's always been a community that you look at and say, okay, there's some good things going on with our schools, so I wanted to come be a part, and it just all kind of fit. I think what I enjoy most about this position is all the problem solving that we have to do, and just looking at issues and situations and try to come up with solutions and working with people. I think just as the school continues to grow and expand, that we are keeping an eye on all the needs of a school that is this size. We look at all aspects of what we're doing, and we try to make sure that we're providing as much positive experience as we can for students. Well, I think as the community and the school continue to change with all the growth that's happening, I think to keep the school enmeshed in the community and have that sense of community support and pride that yes, this is still a community school, even though we have a couple thousand students here. And so I think looking long term is just to keep our eyes on making sure that the community still feels like this is a school that they're proud of and that they can kind of rally behind and say, yeah, that's good old Whiteland High School.
Mr. Zobel has accomplished a lot in his time here at Whiteland, and we can't wait to see what's next. From inside the administrative hallway, I'm Callie, here with Lochlin, Warrior TV News.
Remember, Warriors, the end of the third 9 weeks is Friday, March 9th. Make sure to turn in all of your missing assignments. Don't be like Hannah.
Some new changes have been made to the way Coach Harris runs his after-school workouts. Warrior TV talks to Coach Harris and some of the athletes to get their perspectives on the adjustments made to the after-school program.
Basically, we switched it so that on Mondays and Tuesdays are our speed development days, so nobody in APC ever does legs on Mondays and Tuesdays, so that they're fresh, so that our quality of speed reps after school are very high. There should be no lower body fatigue going into an after-school workout, so we can get high-quality reps. Developing speed, a lot of it's neural, and if you're at the slightest bit fatigued, you're really not working your speed capabilities to your best in your best way. So Thursdays and Fridays now have become kind of our auxiliary extra workout days, but Mondays and Fridays are our girls' days, Tuesdays and Thursdays are our boys' days. In class, the only speed stuff we really do is lateral stuff on Mondays, again, so that we're not doing any leg lifting before those speed days after school on Mondays and Tuesdays. The priority is different on those Mondays and Tuesdays. Like, it's all straight ahead. Thursdays and Fridays, it's different because if you only come after school and you're not in APC, you're not getting a lot of the core exercises. So we'll never squat, never bench. We don't do any Olympic lifting after school. That's the stuff that we work on in APC. So it all kind of works together. If you do APC but not after school workouts, then you're missing a whole part of your athletic training or your athletic development. If you only come after school and you're never in APC, then you're missing all of those exercises. So we never overlap. We have certain things, and we expect our athletes to come to both when they can.
After speaking with Coach Harris, Warrior TV goes to the athletes themselves to see how these workouts are lifting them to success.
I actually love the changes to the after-school workout, running our 40s. I am improving drastically. I was running like a 6'4", 6'5", and now I'm running 5'9", 6 flat.
I've noticed my legs have gotten stronger and I can run faster and longer and jump higher.
So I feel it's very important because it improves you as a player, but if your teammates are here, you improve as a team.
I wouldn't change anything in the after-school workouts because I feel like the after-school workouts are pretty good now.
The coaches and athletes have been working hard in order to better themselves and their team. If you're interested in coming to these workouts, talk to Coach Harris for more information. From outside the Aux Gym, I'm Reese, here with Brayden, Warrior TV News.
All this costs so much money, I won't be able to go anywhere.
Are you in need of financial aid?
Yes, I am.
Fear no more. Filling out a FAFSA form can solve most of your problems.
How do I do that?
Well, if you go to Franklin College Sunday, February 25th from 2 to 4, you can receive help from Ivy Tech employees. The cost is free and no registration is necessary.
Yes!
The WCHS track team continues to grow with new athletes each year. Victoria Petriskey and Camron Ciampa go to the track team to see how they're warming up for this season.
Track season is sprinting off to a good start, with tryouts starting last week. The athletes are training Monday through Saturday in order to ensure a successful season. Warrior TV News heads over to the coaches and athletes to see how track is shaping up for their season.
This is my 12th year as a track coach. I spent 1 year as an assistant at Ben Davis, and I've been the head boys coach for 11 years here, and this is my 7th year as the girls head coach.
Well, this is my 16th year of coaching at Whiteland, and I coached actually 3 years at Mooresville, so this is my 19th year.
Our number one goal for the boys and girls teams is always, number one, to try to compete and win a mid-state conference championship. The conference meet's always really important to us. Obviously, we want to try to compete and win the county meet as well. That's a big one we haven't done in a long time, so that's something we're still striving for. And beyond that, we look to try to move as many athletes and relays onto the state finals as we can.
Our goals I always feel like they're always the same. It's always to get better, to improve from day one to the last day of the season. Working pretty hard. To reach goals, you can't just show up to practice and sit around and do nothing. So you got to work hard each and every day.
I just enjoy the challenge of getting kids motivated to want to practice and compete at a high level. And getting to see, the biggest thing is when you see kids accomplish stuff that they didn't realize they were capable of accomplishing. Succeeding as a team largely comes down to the day-to-day, having good attitudes, being hard workers, being tough-minded. When we do those things well, the end result has always been really good for us.
After speaking with the coaches, Warrior TV goes to the track athletes to get their input on the upcoming season.
I've been in track for 3 years now.
I've been involved in track for about 5 years now. I started in 8th grade.
My favorite thing about track is the adrenaline rush that you get right before your meet, and going into the event, it's just an exciting feeling.
If every person does their job right, then we'll succeed. The teamwork that goes into it, people think that track's kind of a one-person kind of sport, but there's a lot of pieces that go into making a team succeed.
What makes the team succeed as a whole is just being able to work as a team in general and encouraging each other through workouts and practices.
It's clear to see that the track season is off to a great start. Come out to their first home meet, March 19th at 5 p.m. From the track, I'm Victoria, here with Camron, Warrior TV News.
And that's all we have for you on this feature edition of Warrior TV News. Until next time,
Have a good one.